Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'd like to show you how to make a little flower pot and plant cupcake topper that I made to go with these gardening themed cupcakes. And before we begin, I'd just like to show you that I've also made a tutorial showing how to create this cobblestone effect on fondant. And I'll leave a link to that tutorial in the description. Okay, let's begin with the flower pot. So to begin with, I coloured some modelling paste with some autumn leaf food colouring paste by Sugar Flare. I thought that gave quite a good pot colour. And if you're interested, I also have a tutorial showing how I colour all my modelling paste and fondants, and I'll leave a link to that in the description. So first of all, I'm just going to knead the paste to pliable and then form that into a ball. After that, I'm just going to roll it into more of a cylinder shape there with my palms of my hands. And then I'm going to use some cake smoothers, and you can see I'm kind of tapering at the bottom, and we're going to get that flower pot shape. And I'm just going to keep tapping the top as well, just to get a nice flat top too. So I'm just going to keep going until I've got the shape that I want. I'm just going to roll that around there upside down to make the top flatter. So if you do like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, as it really helps my channel. I hope you can see the flower pot forming there. So now I've got my ball tool, and I'm just making a little indent in the top of the flower pot. This is to help me now go around and pinch up the sides. Just gently going around and just pinching it with my thumb and finger. Just bringing up the sides to like a pointed edge. And then after doing that, you've made some fingerprints. Just use your smoothers just to smooth them out. So now we're going to create the rim around the flower pot, and I've just rolled out a strip of the same coloured paste. I'm just going to check that will go all the way around the rim. And now I'm going to just cut it to about 5 centimetres in width. And just so you know, I'll leave a link to everything that I use in this tutorial in the description, so you can take a closer look later. And now I'm going to add a little bit of clear alcohol, or you could use an edible glue. And I'm just going to gently wrap that around the flower pot, making sure that half of it kind of protrudes over the top. Just going to trim that with my scissors. And then I'm just going to close that join together and shape it into a circle. I'm not too worried that the join may be visible. That's because I'm going to cover it with a leaf later. So now I've got a small ball of dark brown modelling paste, which I'm now flattening with my fingers, and I'm going to stick that in the flower pot for soil. So I'm just going to pop that in there, and that should come up to just below the rim that we've made. And now I'm just going to texture that with a cocktail stick. I'm just going around all the edges, and I'm just kind of making little holes, but also pulling inwards a little bit, so there's like a little gap between the top of the flower pot and the soil. So I'm just going to go around all the edges, and then once I've done that, I'm going to go around the whole of the paste to create a little bit of a soil effect. So now I'm just using the smaller end of my ball tool to create a little hole in there. And in that hole, I'm just going to put like a teardrop shaped piece of brown modelling paste. And this is just what I can put the leaves on, just to raise it up a little bit. So I'm just going to stick that in there. And then I'm going to pop that to one side while we make the leaves. Now to make the leaves, I've just got some green modelling paste, which I rolled out to a couple of millimetres thick. And I'm just using a daisy plunger cutter. So I'm just pressing the cutter into the paste, using a stiff brush just to make sure we've got some nice clean edges there. And then I use my plunger cutter just to press the paste out onto a foam mat. And there we go. So I'm just going to cut out 2 more. Okay, so now I can create some veins, and I've just got my veining tool, and you can see I'm just going to pull in, making some lines by pulling into the center. That gives a nice little vein effect while also curving the leaves upwards. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that on every single leaf. And now I'm just going to push the leaves to the edge, and I'm just going to nip each one to make it more of a leaf shape really. You don't have to do this, you can have whatever shape leaves you want. So I'm just going to do this to all the other leaves. Okay, so now it's time to build your plant. So I'm adding a little bit of clear alcohol to the bit sticking up, and then I'm just going to add the first layer, and you can see I'm going to pop the leaf that goes over the join of the pot. And then I'm just adding another ball of green paste in the middle there, and that's so the second layer will have a little bit of height. So I'm just popping that in there. And now I'm just going to add the second layer, making the leaves go in between the first layer. Okay, so now we're going to do the third layer, and first of all I'm going to cut out 2 of the leaves because I only want 2 of the leaves from this piece of paste. I'm just going to stick those into position. There we go. I'm going to secure that with a ball tool. And now I'm just going to roll out some white modelling paste very thinly, and I'm just using my smallest blossom cutter. I'm just going to check that it's not got any rough edges, add a little bit of clear alcohol, and then I'm going to use the plunger cutter just to push that out onto my flowers and cover up the join from where the leaves are. And you can see that the plunger cutter, as it presses out the flower, it creates a little hole into the middle of the flower, which you can then add some tiny balls of green modelling paste later, like I'm doing here. Just going to secure that with the ball tool before doing the last one. And then once you're happy, you can shape your leaves however you like, and then add them to whatever cupcakes you're making. Okay, I really hope that you liked that tutorial. Please don't forget to check out my other ones. Please comment, like and subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.